It's been a few days since the last video, and the primer is all nice and cured and hard. I've heated the garage back up, and we're gonna put some paint on this guy today. We're gonna do a couple things before we get there. Before we put paint on anything, you can see I went down and I pulled all the bushings out of the trailing arms, and I've got the e-brake handle and the gear shift handle. Those are primered. I've got primer on the torsion tube, plates and bars. But the thing that I want to work on today, I want to get in here with a pick so I can read that serial number. It's a little tight, but I want to get in here with a really fine dental pick, and I'm actually going to clean those out. When I put the paint on it, I want that number to be nice and deep. I'm not worried about it rusting through right there, but I really want to make sure that I don't lose that serial number, because with this being a dune buggy, that's going to be my only serial number on the vehicle, the only VIN that I'm going to have on it. All in all, though, everything painted up and cleaned up really well. It is a nice hard finish. It is smooth, it is cured, it is dried. Everything's right down in there. Even though I brushed it, it looks really good. There are a couple spots where I was a little light on the primer, but there's no bare spots per se. You can see I was a little light in here, but that's okay. It's still on there. It's all good. Maybe a little tiny touch up here on the frame head. The other part that I did not get was around here on this part of the frame head. That's going to require me to take it off the stand. I'll get that later, probably when I go to throw the front suspension on there. But so I'm going to get in here and I'm actually going to start painting today. Like I said in the primer video, before I put that on, I'm going to use this Magic tractor, truck, and implement paint. I'm going to use a gloss black. It's a nice, hard, very hard paint once it dries and cures. It's meant for farm use, implement use, and I've seen it in use and it lasts a really long time. It's going to hold up to abuse, rock chips being thrown up on the side of the car. I'd rather not put a rubberized coating underneath there. I think this would give us the protection that we need. This thing's not going to see thousands and thousands and thousands of miles every year. It's going to be an enjoy weekend type of thing, so I'm going to take it easy. So we're going to mix this up really well. We're going to get in there, stir it. Again, I don't like to shake paint because it will introduce air bubbles into the paint, and for me, I'd rather not have to deal with air bubbles, because then it just bubbles up stuff later, usually on your finished product. So I'm going to get in there and I'm going to stir it. The other thing that, remember a brain fart? The older I get, the more CRS really sets in. I swear I can't remember sometimes. Well, there's the coat on the top. I am very impressed. So the primer that we put on, man, that stuff was thick. The can almost weighed twice as much as the paint. There's so much material in that primer that it really coated really thick. This went on very smooth. It's very nice. Again, it's a brushed finish. So I understand I'm going to have some brush marks, but there's probably going to be some carpet over this stuff. So it's not end all be all. If it's not exactly smooth, it's not exactly perfect. Would I love to spray it? Yeah, but it does look nice and warm out there. It does look really sunny, but it's 40 degrees and the wind is gusting up to 40 miles an hour today, and that's not going to work for painting, even in a paint booth that I set up. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to smooth out anywhere where I see a few little run marks. Like I see it's a little heavy right in here. I'm going to try to smooth those out before it completely dries. Get some stuff done, and then I'm going to flip over to the back side. But you guys really don't want to see just me hiding behind the pans all day long. So this is what it is. I talked about it a bit in the beginning of the video, and now that the paint's on there, probably with that reflection, you can see that serial number really well. I got in there before I painted it black. I got in there with a nice straight dental pick and got it clean. So you can see that VIN number really well in there. I'll probably go back one more time and clean it out just a little bit more with a dental pick. But that gives you an idea, because if you paint really thick over it, you're never gonna see it. And there goes the VIN. So there we are, first coat. I haven't gone through or really touched anything else up. I did go through, I got the trailing arms, the pedals, the torsion plates, some other miscellaneous hardware, painted up. I think it looks really good. It's starting to firm up. I'm gonna let it cure for probably a day or two, and then I'll go through and do any touch-ups I need to. I've got the heater that I can turn on in here, but I'm not gonna do it right now because the VOCs that go along with the paint. I don't wanna potentially start any fires or anything. Blowing up the garage would be a bad idea. I really don't think the wife would like that. I'm gonna tell you what though, the MVP of this, aside from the magic paint that I bought from Tractor Supply, is that guy. This stool that my wife got me from Harbor Freight for Christmas, this guy is a lifesaver. This thing's really great. It's got trays that flip down on either side that have magnetic film in them to hold any tools in place. You've got 3 drawers on the front, casters on all 4 corners that are kicked out a little bit further so it's not tippy. And it's got this screwdriver rack on the back, and that top cushion, oh, it's so nice. That thing, it saved my butt, it saved my back. Yeah, I did get on the floor a few times, but that's so I could get underneath and get things. But all in all, man, look at that. This has been a long time coming, folks. I think that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't wait, because now the next step is bolt on some of that hardware and run some brake lines. Then let's see, brakes, more brakes in there. You know, this is gonna be a roller. We're gonna have a roller here soon. I've got a new front suspension coming in from air cooled. When that gets here, I'll show you to you. In the meantime, I'm probably just gonna throw on, it's kind of tucked back over there in the mess, the stock front suspension. I'll throw that back on there. But that's it for this time, folks. Really appreciate you. Thank you for dialing in on each one of these. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, derisive remarks, anything you want to do. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Tell your friends, tell your family, and see what type of community we can grow here. Have a great day. See you later.